The Honourable Ronald Thwaites, Minister of Education, Vice Chancellor Sir Hilary Beckles, Professor Archibald MacDonald, Principal of the Mora campus, Professor Ishinkumba Kawa, Deputy Principal, Mr. William Iton, University Registrar, Mr. Archibald Campbell, University Bursar, Professor Paul Rees, the Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology. Good afternoon. My name is Anthony Fisher, and as the saying goes, there's nothing more potent than an idea whose time has come. I will now call upon Sir Hilary.
尊敬的亚美加的教育部的部长，尊敬的西柚大学的总校长黑瑞先生，尊敬的副校长，尊敬的教务长，尊敬的财务长，尊敬的科技学院的院长，所有的朋友们，大家下午好。
I will now call upon Sir Hilary Beckles, Vice Chancellor of the University of West Indies, to speak to the most recent initiative in this internationalization.
那么我们现在有请西柚大学的校长是黑瑞先生讲话。
Thank you, Dr.
谢谢菲舍先生。
Honourable Minister of Education, the Reverend Ronald Thwaites, our distinguished colleagues and partners from China, Dr. Wang, of course, Mr. Lai, Dean Wang, and Mrs. Feng, we welcome you. You have spent now a few days at our youngest landed campus, Cave Hill, and now you are here at the headquarters of our regional university. This is where it all started. This is the ancestral home of our grand university, and we welcome you. And I do so also on behalf of the principal, Archibald MacDonald, who is the principal of this grand campus.
首先是尊敬的教育长，所有的客人们。那么首先呢，我们要欢迎来自中国的客人，像王厅长，还有像像赖总，还有方女士，还有王院长，所有的客人们。那我们前几天呢，我们是在巴伯多斯的非常年轻的一个校园。今天呢，我们来到这个非常古老的这个校园，所以我们感到非常高兴。我呢，仅仅代表这儿的校长，对大家呢表示非常热烈的欢迎。
And we have some of our senior officials of our university, our financial director, Mr. Campbell, our registrar of human relations and operations, Mr. Iton, and our deputy principal, Professor Kawa.
那首先呢，我也要欢迎所有的我们这大学的一些管理人员，像我们的总的教务长，像我们的财务长，所有的管理人员呢，大家下午好。
We also have with us our Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology, Professor Rees, and many of my other colleagues of the Office of the Vice Chancellor.
那么下面呢，我也欢迎一下来自科技学院的院长，那么还有其他的我们的所有的同事们，都大家下午好。
This is the second visit of Dr. Wang to our university, so we now say to him, welcome home.
那这是我们这个王厅长第二次来参加访问了，所以我说呢是欢迎回家。
This is an historic moment in the development of our university and in the development of Caribbean-China relations.
那么我们知道这是一个非常具有历史意义的一刻，这对于我们大学来说是这样，对于中国和加勒比海的关系来说呢，也是这样的。
Our colleagues did ask the question when they were in Barbados, where is the Chinese community? And I did say to them, they're all in Jamaica.
那我同时说呢，他们什么时候到达这个巴伯多斯的？那我们说呢，他们现在都在我们这个牙买加。
And not surprisingly, my executive assistant Ms. Fong.
我们该说呢，其实我们的他的助手方女士。
So you are now in the presence of the Chinese diaspora.
那现在呢，我们就看到有很多这个中国人。
Now, this grand project is the first major step of our university into the global space.
那我们这个项目呢，是中国我们说迈向这个，是我们这个大学迈向国际的非常重要的一步。
We have had relationships with hundreds of universities over the decades, and we are very much a very globalized university.
那我们在过去呢，我们听说和100多所大学都有关系。那现在呢，我们是一个这个大学呢是一个非常具有国际性的一个大学。
But this is the first occasion that our university has partnered with other universities to establish a new university.
那这个呢，对于我们来说是第一次，因为我们和向另外一个大学合作，建立一个新的一个学院。
And we are therefore very proud to announce our colleagues at the Global Institute for Software Technology in Suzhou and University of the West Indies have agreed to establish this new university, the UWI-China Institute of Information Technology.
那么我们今天呢就非常的高兴，因为我们从苏州高博软件学院和新大学呢，我们一起来建立一个新的大学——中国信息工程学院的这个一个大事。
And we have also agreed with another partner in China to establish a new university also in China, and we are working those details through.
那我们也非常高兴我们和我们的合作伙伴呢一起，我们在中国呢也会建立一个学院，那我们具体的工作呢正在进行之中。
This, therefore, is our first giant global step, and we are honored to do so within the company of our Chinese partners who have been a part of our region's history and culture for over 200 years.
那我们这个呢是我们在历史上来说非常重要的一步，那我们也非常高兴我们和我们的中国朋友一起呢来创造这个在历史和文化方面做出一个巨大的贡献。
One of the largest nations in the world is now partnering with one of the smallest nations in the world, and this has enormous philosophical significance.
那我们知道，在这个世界上最大的一个国家和这个地球上最小的一个国家建立一个合作关系，那这个呢是非常具有历史意义的。
We in UWI, we went to Suzhou in search of partners, but we found something far more significant. We found lasting friends.
那我们新的大学呢，分到苏州去找这个合作伙伴。后来呢，我们找到一个更重要的一个合作的友谊。
And while we operate within the context of CARICOM-China relations and intergovernmental understanding, it is the friendship between us that has held us together through the past 6 months.
那我们知道，在过去6个月里面呢，我们这个加勒比共同体呢和中国呢都取得了一个很大的支持。那就是这样呢，我们在6个月里面就会有成效的一些工作。
UWI is therefore entering a new phase in its development as an institution.
那我们知道呢，新大学进入一个发展的一个新的一个阶段。
And we are extremely grateful that our Chinese partners are going to facilitate what will be the beginning of a science and technology revolution within our university and region.
那我们知道呢，我们中国的伙伴呢，就非常的，他们帮助我们呢，在这个加勒比地区建立一个科技革命的这么一个事情。
We did ask the question, what kind of academic input is most required in the Caribbean today to advance the process of development? And we were in agreement that that contribution ought to come in the area of science and technology.
那我们真的是都问呢，在加勒比地区呢，我们真的需要一个什么样的一个技术，让我们来推动我们这个加勒比地区的发展？ 最后呢，我们发现其实科学和技术呢是最重要的。
And our colleagues have agreed to take this step with us for the better of the people of the Caribbean.
那我们的中国的朋友们和我们一起呢，为了加勒比地区人民的福祉呢，一起做出我们重要的贡献。
This is a program that is designed to meet the best thinking and development practice at this moment.
那我们这个项目呢，就会符合我们加勒比地区的人们需要，他们的想法。
It is not a theoretical program. It's a program that is designed to create innovation and entrepreneurship among the young people of the Caribbean.
那我们这个项目呢，并不是一个学术性的项目，而是我们在这个年轻人之间呢，我们是一个创新的一个创业的一个项目。
They will all have extended internships in China, and there they will participate in industry, and there they will learn the process of creating value out of science and technology.
那我们知道呢，他们在中国的时候，他们会实习，在这个实习期间呢，他们就创造一些价值，也创造一些企业。
It is therefore the kind of program and academic experience that is required to advance innovation within this region.
那我们这个项目呢，就会加强我们这个年轻人对这个地区的这个创新的一个发展。
This is the mandate that our minister has given to us, that the university has to play a stronger role in the development of skills that are applicable to self-employment and the promotion of industry.
那这就是我们的就是我们的教育部长也对我们说呢，我们这个大学呢，应该在我们这个科技发展方面，在我们英语方面呢，应该扮演一个重要的一个作用。
We propose to begin to take the first cohort of students in September, and this will be a program in which at least 1 year, maybe 2, of all students will be spent in China.
那我们呢，准备是在9月份我们就准备是要招生的第一批学生。那我们可能在第1年呢，或者是在第2年呢，他们就会到中国去学习。
And within a few years, there will be no need for a translator at functions like this, because all of our graduates will be Mandarin proficient.
再过几年呢，就不需要我了，因为过几年之后呢，大家都会有我们这个，他们的汉语都会说得非常流利。
So, Dr. Song, you are presiding over your own demise.
再过几年之后，我可能就失业了。
But allow me to say this. This is a relationship that is embedded not only in the collegiality of universities, but is based in the emotions of friendship that we have established with our colleagues.
那我想说的就是我们这个项目呢，其实并不仅是在一个大学里面，更重要的就是我们说和中国的我们朋友们一起我们建立这个友谊。
And we are aware that they are taking this grand step with us, not only out of professional obligation, but because they have established a love of this region, this university, and its people.
那我们知道，我们所有的中国朋友和我们一起来做，并不是只是由于一个职业的方面，而且呢，还有一个很重要的方面呢，就是他们对这个国家、对这个地区、对我们这个学校的一个热爱。
And so, our colleagues have said that our agreement is for 50 years in the first instance.
那我们说，我们第一次呢，我们这个合同呢是50年。
Now, we all know that in Chinese time, 50 years is nothing. But for us, 50 years is a very long time.
那我们知道50年呢，对中国来说其实是因为在中国历史长河里面呢是非常小的一段，但对于开发对于加勒比来说呢是非常长的。
And so for me, it is an honor and a privilege to be here with our colleagues and friends at this moment, to hold hands and to take this giant step that will transform our university forever.
那么在此呢，我会感到非常荣幸，会和我们同学一起呢，手牵手一起把这个项目推向前进，来造福我们加勒比地区的发展。
And there could have been no greater partners, no greater friends, and no greater allies than our colleagues who are gathered here this afternoon.
那我们今天所来自的朋友呢，是我们一个最好的朋友，我们是一个最好的一个合作的伙伴。
And so, in friendship and in gratitude, colleagues, I welcome you all to the headquarters of our regional university.
我为了我们的友谊呢，我非常感激，欢迎你们来到我们这个大学。
Thank you.
非常感谢。
Thank you, Vice Chancellor, for that extensive overview. I will now ask our partner, Dr. Wang Bingtai, Executive Chairman of the Global Institute of Software Technology, to give a few words. Thank you.
我们现在请这个王厅长，也就是我们这个中国信息研究院现代培训研究院做讲话，然后方律师做翻译。
尊敬的教育部长，尊敬的西南的校长，各位朋友，大家下午好。
The Honorable Minister of Education, the Honorable Vice Chancellor, and the Honorable Principal of the campus here at Suzhou.
我非常高兴的今天到牙买加这个校区来访问。
I'm extremely delighted to be able to visit the beautiful campus today.
这是一个非常古老的大学，又是一个非常美丽的校园。
This is a university with a great history, and also it has a beautiful campus.
我们刚来就受到你们热烈的欢迎，我们心里都是热乎乎的，感到非常的高兴。
We feel very excited with your warm welcome.
刚才西安的校长已经和大家介绍了我们这个今年这个中国信息工程学院的一个情况。
Just now, the Vice Chancellor has already briefed you.
The Vice Chancellor has already given a briefing on the background of the proposed new university.
昨天我们在巴巴多斯和我国这个校长西南的校长共同庆祝了这个西印度大学中国信息工程学院建立的一个合作协议。
Yesterday at the Barbados, we celebrated the formation of the UWI-China Institute of Information Technology.
我想我们大家都会记住这样一个关键的时刻，因为今后的几十年当中，大家回想起来有这么一段历史。
I think this is a significant date that we will all remember because as we go along, we will look back to this very historic moment with pride.
我们为什么要建立这样一个学院呢？我想主要还是出于我们中国和加勒比地区人民的友好出发，我们搭建一个交流平台。
You may ask, why are we doing this? Why are we setting up this joint venture institution? For us, it is really motivated by the friendship and the need for cooperation between the peoples of the Caribbean and China.
在我们中国和加勒比地区的青年相互之间的了解比较少，因为我想我们中国相当多的青年对加勒比地区并不了解，加勒比地区的青年对中国也不了解。
Today, I think there is a low understanding of both of our regions by our young people. The Chinese young people in China know very little about the Caribbean. And I would also like to think that the young people in the Caribbean may not have a good understanding or appreciation of the conditions in China.
怎么能让双方的地区的青年能有更多的了解，能进行一些更多的正常的交流呢？我想 应该从教育开始。
How do we increase the exchange between our youth communities of both the region? I believe that through education, maybe it provides a very good channel for them to come together.
只要我们青年学生大家的交流多了，相互了解了，未来我们相互之间了解的人就会越来越多。
Once our young people begin this exchange, it will lead to further exchange and further cooperation between the greater community of the two countries or two regions.
所以我们要在这个加勒比地区，在西印度大学，我们共同建立一个中国信息工程学院，就是要搭建一个交流的平台。
Hence, we built a joint venture institute within the UWI that should serve as a platform for us to begin this exchange.
同时，我们还将在中国的苏州建立一个加勒比大学，在中国建立一个新的平台。
At the same time, we are working to set up a joint venture university with UWI to be called the Caribbean University in China.
这两个平台，我把它比喻作就是一个桥头堡。
These two platforms, I like to refer them as two pillars that will support a bridge.
希拉里校长提议我们要建立一个新的丝绸之路，叫做交丝绸之路。那么这两个桥头堡就是这个交丝绸之路当中的搭一个大桥的桥头堡。
Sir Hilary proposes that we embark on building a Silk Road for education. And I like to think that these two institutions that we are building, representing two pillars of a bridge, will be one part, an important part on this Silk Road.
我们把这两个大桥都建立起来了，我们这个桥治理就畅通了。
Once we build up these two institutions, then the bridge will also have the support.
中国政府是非常欢迎加勒比地区的青年到中国去留学。
The Chinese government welcomes young people from the Caribbean area to study in China.
他们也非常支持我们在加勒比地区建立这样一个学院。
My government is also very supportive of us coming to the Caribbean to set up an institution here.
中国政府和中国的人民，他们的想法都是一致的，就是我们要通过交流，让我们中国人民和加勒比地区的人民结成永远的友谊。
The government and the people of China are of the consensus that it is very important that the young people from China should be engaged with the development of the world, and coming to the Caribbean also represent a major step for us to join the development of the international community.
这个友谊就是在我们青年学生在留学的过程当中，他可以学习信息专业技术，也可以学习中国的文化，同时和中国青年进行交往，建立感情。
It is our wish that through this platform of cooperation, the young people will be able to develop and master valuable knowledge of science and technology. They will also have an opportunity to learn Chinese language and culture. They also will be able to set up an extensive network of human relationships in both countries that should pave the way for further development and further exchanges.
我和希拉里校长有一个共识，就是我们双方建立这两个大学院，实际上我们是具有历史意义的一件大事。
Sir Hilary and I agree that these both steps that we are now taking is one of historic significance.
因为今天我们是在做教育一个方面呢，好像看起来也不是很大的一件事情，但是通过教的合作与交流，我们可以让双方的青年受到了更多的经济、社会各方面的交流，以后我们的合作会源远流长。
Just building institutions to foster exchange and cooperation may not be looked upon as a very significant task, but the meaning goes beyond the education initiative. It actually opens a pathway for young people of these two regions to come together and also to foster developments thereafter.
我今天这是无法估计，就是我们把这个学院办起来了，建好了，将来对加勒比地区的发展会产生哪些重大的影响，我真是无法估计。
I hope that we will be able to develop this institute to a level of high competence and standards of excellence, and thereby becoming an important landmark, sort of milestone in the development of the relationship between our two regions.
我非常赞成希拉里校长讲，我们两个是兄弟。为什么讲是兄弟呢？我们做事的风格一样的，我们的性格是一样的。
I am privileged that Sir Hilary has accepted me as a brother. I'm in full agreement that this brotherhood will take us very far. Because I see in him and myself, we share the same vision and the same approach in handling issues and projects.
我们说做就做，要做就做好，这是我们共同的信念。
I think our common sort of character trait is that once we are committed to do something, we want to do it well.
所以我们昨天签了协议，就决定今年8月份开始招生，9月份就正式开学。
So yesterday we have announced that we will begin recruitment, and the first cohort of students will start in September this year.
我也非常愿意接受教育部长提出的一个意见，就是在牙买加校区也同时开展这个学院的招生工作。
I gladly accept the minister's directive that we should also begin a cohort in the Jamaican campus.
我想在各位朋友的支持下，在各位领导的帮助指导下，我们这两个学院一定会做得更好。
I think with the support from the leadership, from the minister, and with support and assistance from the colleagues from UWI, and also the support of the greater community of the wider UWI community in the region, we'll be able to do a good job.
我还要说一点呢，就是我们这个学院未来的话办学，它的办学的模式是多样的，是灵活的，是开放的。
I also like to add that this approach, this new approach to developing the institution, I like to propose that the strategy is one of a flexible and open strategy, that we like to be able to develop a platform, and we will be able to accommodate other models and other partners into this platform.
因为我们的办学不局限于我们在校区的所在地， 应该向整个的加勒比地区开放。
I think that the educational offering that we are making should not be confined to just the UWI campuses, but it should also be open to the wider youth community in the entire Caribbean.
我想我们加勒比地区的任何一个国家的青年、学生愿意到这里来学习，我们都愿意接受他。
Any young people from any of the Caribbean country, if they wishes to participate in our program, we should welcome them.
中国的学生想到加勒比地区、想到西印度大学来留学，我们也是支持的。
That goes the same for the young people in China. If any one of them wishes to pursue higher education in the campuses of the UWI, we fully support them.
我们以后这个学院可以采取2+2的模式，甚至于1+3、3+1等等都可以。
We can look at a variety of models, including the 2+1 or the 1+3, or even the 3+1, or whichever model that is suitable.
以后在这里不论学习多长时间，到中国去留学，我们中国政府对于加勒比地区的学生和中国的学生一样的给予公民待遇。
Regardless of how long the students take their program in the Caribbean before they go on to China, once they are on board with us on Chinese soil, the Chinese government has committed that these foreign students from the Caribbean will be accorded the same treatment as national Chinese students.
所以我感到非常的高兴，我们在比较短的时间和谢兰校长共同商量，已经的话达成了这样一个协议。今天也在亚美加校区宣布，我们这个校园已经开始正在建立起来。
I'm extremely delighted that we could accomplish this task in such extreme short time and with such high efficiency. And today, it gives me great pleasure to announce that we will be able to take in the first group of students in September, and we will also be launching the program in the UWI campus in Jamaica.
怎么能够把这个学院的办好呢？我想非常关键的需要我们部长、校长、各位朋友们他们的支持帮助。
This new institution is like a baby. It needs the support and the nurturing by many uncles and aunties, including the Minister of Education and all the leaders in this room. We look to you to guide, to support, and to help this institution along the way.
谢谢大家。
Thank you.
Thanks so very much, Dr. Wang. You always inspire us. At this juncture, I would like to ask Minister Ronald Thwaites to give his remarks. Sit here, please, Dr. Corbin. Thank you. Thanks.
Turn it on. Turn it on.
Good evening, everyone,
大家下午好。
and particular welcome to Dean Wang and all of our friends who have come to assist in the establishment of the UWI Suzhou Institute of Software Technology.
特别欢迎咱们王厅长和他一起来的朋友到我们新竹大学去一起建立咱们科技软件学院。
This is a good day for the relationships between China and Jamaica, and indeed the entire Caribbean.
今天是一个非常好的日子，对中国和牙买加的关系来说，还有中国和整个加勒比海的关系。
I begin by invoking the memory of the late Prime Minister Michael Manley of Jamaica, who led the world in recognition of the One China policy 2 generations ago.
我现在也要记起来，咱们以前的总统 Michael Manley， 他之前是带头在全世界接受一个中国。
He would be happy today because the first skein of the Silk Road, which his diplomacy established then, is now becoming the sturdy and beautiful fiber of international and intellectual relations between our 2 countries.
他今天会很开心，因为今天也是通过他当时打的基础，才能现在建立我们现在在教育上面的合作。
3 years ago, I had the privilege of visiting China and having audience with the Minister of Education for that great country.
3年前，我非常幸运可以有到中国去的机会，当时跟中国的教育部长开的会。
I asked him the question, what would attract a great nation so far away, with so great a population, what would attract the interest of that nation in a small group of Caribbean countries, and particularly Jamaica?
当时我问他呢，我们在加勒比海怎么样才能吸引中国的兴趣到中国，到牙买加和到加勒比海？
He rose from his seat and pointed to his navel and said, "The Caribbean is the navel of the Americas."
他当时站起来了，指着他的肚脐说：“加勒比海是周围国家所有周围国家的肚脐。”美洲的肚脐，谢谢。
Jamaica's development depends upon its becoming a location noted for excellence and innovation in skills and technology.
牙买加的发展也依靠它做事情的创意性、创业性。 还有做事情当中的高水平。
And the institute, which is being inaugurated by this trip and by this occasion, is a most important step in the direction of equipping our nations in the Caribbean towards the end of being able to recommend ourselves as centers of study, research, innovation, and overall excellence in all fields, and especially in the broad areas of science, technology.
现在我们建立的学院也是很重要的一步，在牙买加的发展、教育发展和社会发展，特别是在学习上面、研究上面和科技开发上面。
We cannot do that by ourselves, and therefore the partnership with your good selves from China are in fact an important and indispensable link to that development process.
我们牙买加一个国家 是做不到的，所以非常重要是跟亚美加是跟周围的合作人和中国一起创造。
Nowadays, we have to gear our education system to meet the needs of those who would invest in our economy, provide employment, and bring us shared prosperity.
现在现在我们也得想想，怎么去能达到咱们的投资者的要求和希望。
This connection is part of the outward reach that our revered and late Vice Chancellor Nettleford encouraged us to undertake.
当时我们之前的总校长 Nettleford 也是鼓励我们去往国际发展的方向去走。
I express the hope that very soon the relationship will not be one-sided, but be truly reciprocal, as I know is the Vice Chancellor's intention.
我希望很快，不仅仅是中国方去投资到加勒比海，去帮助加勒比海，但是很快加勒比海亚美加也可以往中国去投资，往中国去提供帮助。
Let us remember that we even now have coaches and some athletes who are from China who are studying at the G.C. Foster College of Physical Education, which is now attached to the University of the West Indies.
现在我们也有一些中国的学生在亚美加学习运动学、体育学，在咱们西印度大学的 GEC Foster College。
And it may interest also to know that there are several dozens of Jamaican teachers of English, most all of them, if not all, graduates of the University of the West Indies, who have recently taken up teaching posts in China.
现在也有不少外语老师、英语老师在中国，亚美加的英语老师在中国代课，都是西印度大学的毕业生。
And so we're building a solid foundation of friendship, and the scope and strength and beauty of the Silk Road for education is becoming more and more to mutual advantage.
所以现在我们非常感动，咱们加勒比中国教育丝绸之路的强大性，它的美丽和它包容的范围，在形成，在成为一个完整的一体。
One of the main areas of investment, which is prominent in Jamaica and the Caribbean now, is in business process outsourcing.
现在加勒比和亚美加的很重要的一项服务是商业服务，国际商业服务。
Can you imagine how much more attractive our countries will be for such investments, and how much more valuable our talents will be accorded as a result of the work and training of the UWI Suzhou Institute of Software Technology.
现在我们有加勒比中国信息工程学院，加勒比海就会成为一个对中国更有吸引力的一个地区。
The government of Jamaica, therefore, warmly welcomes this initiative and offers its full support to the participating entities who will are establishing the UWI-China Institute of Information Technology.
所以咱们亚美加的政府，表达亚美加政府的支持，对西印度大学的领导员、教授们，还有咱们的从中国来的客人、合作人，去一起把这个学院成立。
Welcome again to our guests, and thank you.
再一次欢迎，谢谢。
Thank you so very much, Mr. Thwaites. At this juncture in our program, ladies and gentlemen, we will entertain questions from the media.
大家有什么问题，我们可以问一下。
Well, I know we had very complete descriptions of the project and excellent support from our minister. And so if there are no more questions, we are now closed for today, but you'll be hearing from us. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I see a hand in the back.
It's kind of late. Sorry about that. In terms of how young people from outside the University of West Indies, non-university students or young people, can be facilitated. Any ideas as to how you go about that?
他就是讲，如果不是这个西大学学生呢，他怎么来参加这个项目？如果不是这个西大学学生，不在这个西大学学习。
能不能到中国去留？
就是说，他如果人学生不是这个西印度大学的学生，他能参与这个项目吗？
可以。我想的话，其他学校的学生愿意来的话，随时可以插班，可以进行学习。对。
If the young people are not registered student of the program, there are many other opportunities for them to participate. We will once we launch the institute, many short-term programs that they can also participate.
And as Dr. Wang has said, we are going to focus on flexible models.
Yeah. Just
And while this is a degree program, we will have opportunities to offer programs to allow students to accumulate the matriculation requirement. So we could go to the community colleges and work them up to the program. So we will reach downwards and across to build the cohort up. And that is a part of the university's outreach culture.
I asked the question against the background of what Dr. Wan said about reaching out to the young people.
Excuse me.
And
we'll have a translation.
it's okay.
校长刚才说了，因为这个合作的模式是一个多方面的，而且弹性很大的所以是不只是说那个在校的学生都可以参与我们会很创意的就设计很多其他的项目，让其他的人都可以参与。
And as a graduate of the University of West Indies, I know, and I left here in 1997, I know that we've always been looking at outreach programs, especially for Augustown, Papi, and surrounding communities. So I just wanted to know how a program like this could facilitate that kind of outreach.
我是一个西印度大学的毕业生我1997年毕业的。然后我呢，一直以来都很希望参与一些这样的一种交流计划所以因此我是以这种背景来问这个问题的。
我想，你是这个西印度大学的毕业生校友，那么你很有感情去参与这件事情，我们是非常欢迎的。其实我还要补充说一句，我们非常欢迎各位领导、各位朋友到中国去访问。
I'm delighted that you are an alumni of the university, and we welcome, apart from the students from the Joint Institute, right, the alumni community, the faculty, the teaching faculty, as well as the wider community. We will work to create programs to foster the exchange, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to China.
Finally, as a media practitioner, I look forward to seeing how it progresses, because I know that we've been needing some of these technologies, certainly in terms of how we advance our own media in Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean.
作为一个媒体人，我很高兴看到这个发展，我也很希望能够尽我们的能力把这个消息往外面传。
非常感谢你的支持和帮助。我想我们以后学院的发展，当然会碰到各种问题。我想的话，以后交流多了，不一定通过会议的形式，随时可以交谈，随时可以讨论问题。
We thank you for your interest and your support.